Hey family, this is SP News Nuggets, and today you guys, I'm going to share with you the updates on what's going on down there at Ground Zero in Minneapolis, Minnesota. You guys, they've been rioting all night. They've been burning down places. They've been looting. They burnt up auto zones and just everything. You guys, one person is dead. Let me share with you what's going on. Hey family, this is SP News Nuggets. Get your studs out. Summer is just right around the corner, and you're going to need those accessories to complement everything you wear. This is 2020, so this is the year to dress and impress. Get your Versace, get your Gucci, all your accessories from Nora's Closet. Authentic designer handbags, everything is authentic and 100% real. Go over there to Nora's Closet. All the name brands you can find. Tell her SP sent you, or you are Warriors for Children, and she'll work with you.
Breaking overnight and into the early morning, the riots meant to bring justice to George Floyd's death have left another person shot and killed while chaos reigns over the city.
Jason, we have seen a whole lot of fires, violence, rioting. We will let you know and show you what we've been following overnight.
We are so glad that you are watching us here on WCCO, also streaming on CBSN Minnesota, but a dark morning for this state, for this city. The last 12 hours of protests for George Floyd have made a chaotic turn, and this morning several parts of the city are on fire. It's happening right now. Feels like the anger is only growing. Protests have turned from very peaceful to very panicked and violent as riots in the city escalate. Breaking overnight, we learned at least one person has been killed during the riots. Police say he was found shot lying on the sidewalk of Lake Street. Officers to get to him. This reportedly happening outside or inside a pawn shop in this area. But that man later died at the hospital. Much of the area between South Minneapolis and Uptown is in ruins right now. This is a live look down Lake Street, which has been sort of the epicenter of this activity. Our crews are headed towards Chicago Avenue. But Lake in Minnehaha has been a focal point for sure. Looting at a Target, fires all over the place. And fires burning in some places right now. Let's get to Christian Cordero, who's live in our newsroom, monitoring the latest developments as they come in from all over the city overnight. Christian?
Well, Jason, we're inside right now to protect our own safety as our crews throughout the night witnessed so much chaos. Several buildings are on fire. Local businesses have been robbed. One person, as you heard Jason say, was shot dead at Lake in Bloomington, which for context is about a mile from the 3rd Precinct, where so much of this anger is focused. This is Skycam video we want to show you of that massive fire overlooking the area near Lake Street and 26th Avenue South. Several reports suggest that it was an affordable housing complex under construction. It has been burning for hours. We've heard from people saying that they could feel the radiant heat from blocks away. The riots have spread throughout the city, though. Our photographer Joel Thurston shot this video overnight of people looting in and around Calhoun Square in Uptown, one of several places broken into overnight, including the Target on Lake and Minnehaha. Earlier, Minneapolis Police Chief Madera Arredondo, who you just saw, spoke with us about the looting, urging peace.
We really cannot tolerate criminal behavior that really threatens the safety and well-being of others out there, as well as the men and women who are trying to keep the peace out there.
We have heard from several other businesses that are either on fire or getting broken into. Of course, Jason, we have a whole lot going on right now, and we'll keep you up.
Thank you. We know that rioters have destroyed many businesses right along Lake Street, working their way into Uptown overnight. Some of the major ones we know about, an auto zone went up in flames. Cub Foods in that area also burned, and both Target and High Lake Liquors have been broken into and looted. Target said it closed this location earlier last night to try to keep employees safe. The store, though, quite a bit of looting there.
Hey family, this is SP News Nugget, and I just want to share some of the commentary of some things you do not know already. First of all, I want to tell you my opinion on about what's going on. I can't even wrap my head around it. I've been following it. We have our reporters been following it. They've been feeding me information, and because I'm out of town, I want you guys to know I'm still watching to let you guys know what I find out. So I'm going to share with you some of the things. So here we go. Okay, you guys, we're going to talk about 2 of the officers. We're going to talk about Derek Shavine. This is the guy right here that's got his knee on George Floyd's neck. We're going to talk about him, and we're going to talk about Tutai. That's the other officer that was standing there, the Asian guy. We're going to talk about him. So first of all, let's talk about Derek Shavine. Let's see what we know about him. Derek Shavine is a white police officer who kneeled on George Floyd's neck, has already been investigated over three police shootings and a fatal car chase. Now, one incident in 2006, there was 6 officers connected to the death of a Wayne Ryers, and Ryers was 42. He was killed by an officer after allegedly they said he pulled out a shotgun. Derek was one of the 6 officers that said, yeah, he did do this or whatever. He was included. Okay. And then 2 years later, Derek was in another investigation on a 2008 shooting of a R.L. Retail Tollies. We'll find more about that. And then there's another incident. And then remember, there was a fatal car crash that he has been investigated on, which him being still on the police force, I'm pretty sure it was probably just justified, you guys. I'm just saying. But you see why this is very important for you guys to know this. So now I'm going to share with you the other gentleman, the Totai, or whatever his name is, Totai, he's Asian. Okay, so Totai was in an incident arresting a young fellow by the name of Ferguson. They took the guy Ferguson that they was arresting to the hospital for medical treatment. Afterwards, they escorted Ferguson to jail wearing only his underwear and a t-shirt, rejecting hospital staff's request that he be allowed to put on, some clothes, So I guess the hospital complained because they were treating this guy bad. They walking him around in some underwear, you guys. Wouldn't even let the man put on some clothes. But in a deposition, Ty said that they arrested Ferguson due to an outstanding arrest warrant. He said he only punched Ferguson after one of the Ferguson's hands slipped out of his handcuffs. Now, this Ferguson guy had to be sent to the hospital because all these damaging things. Well, let me tell you something. Ferguson must have told and made a report saying, look, they beat me up. Well, the police was like, no, I don't know, But he went to court about it. So, Ferguson must have complained and filed a complaint about it. So, Ty says he tries to pull away in the deposition, and he puts his hand on me and tries to give me a stiff arm in a way to try to get me off of him. At this point, he's actively resisting arrest. Ty Toe says, I had no choice but to punch him in the face. So they must have did an investigation, found out, okay, this man is handcuffed. How in the heck, why is he getting punched in the face? Ty Toe says, I had no choice but to punch him in the face when he's handcuffed. And he was like, oh, he slipped. And you know what? There was another police officer there, and he agreed with him or whatever. So it says he caused him, he says, I punched him in the face. It caused him to pause a bit, which gave Officer Thunder, another officer I was telling you guys about, the time to come around and help. The case settled out of court for $25,000. I'm sorry, $25,000, you guys. So they found Ty Toe wrong, but he's still on the police force. You're up there abusing your badge, abusing your position, beating people just because you got a handcuff. See, these people are bullies. These people, when these type of cops, they need to make sure they do a mental check. When they was children, did they get beat up? Was they abused when they were children? Not everybody can do that type of job, you guys. I'm just saying. I wanted you guys to know this. I'm finna get off of here because I'm a little bit heated. But I'll be talking to you and seeing you guys later.